Yeah, no, the difference is one pitch there at the end. Obviously, proud of the way we worked. Even to get to that point, we hung in there and got the big home run from Gaddis. Our bullpen stepped up in even in roles that they're not used to. I mean, they're pitching in down games. These are obviously high volatile innings for them. And one pitch in the strike zone, Odor ends it. So it's certainly a tough loss.
It seems like Gaddis comes through with those clutch home runs pretty frequently now.
Yeah, no, he's. Every time he swings the bat, he's got a chance to leave the yard, and he almost ended the game with the long drive to right center. Desmond did a good job running the ball down. Ground enough Gurriel scores, he certainly gets a third, but the clutch at bats are nice. Obviously, the big home run. When he hits the ball hard, it goes far, and he's got as much power as anybody in the game. So it comes at a good time.
What did you see from Fister, especially in that first inning?
The first inning was leadoff walk, which obviously everybody hates. And the first 5 guys all had positive at bats. Obviously we got the delay stolen base or whatever, caught stealing. And then he settled in pretty nicely. I thought his slider was really good. I thought his fastball got down in the zone, which got him a lot of ground balls. But he just had a hard time getting ahead of hitters early in the game. And then the at-bats got a little bit deeper, and they did some damage to him. So he pitched in traffic early and then settled in nicely. I pulled him in a typical September fashion, 1 inning too early rather than 1 inning too late. It was a perfect matchup for Davinsky to hang in there with a close game. But I thought Doug's innings 3 through 5 or 2 through 5 were much better. Just getting into the game was another issue for us today.
How tough of an out is Odor? He seems to always come up with something against y'all.
Yeah, we certainly think he's tough. He's hitting the rest of the league too, but he's a tough hitter because he's hard to set up. You can get him outside the strike zone. He'll chase, but if you miss with a secondary pitch in the strike zone, he can also do damage. So there's a classic battle into getting him into swing mode and getting him outside the zone. You miss in the strike zone and he does damage. So he doesn't come off of that. He's certainly hurt us a number of times over the last couple of years, and he's a good hitter. He's a hitter that does damage, and certainly against us, he's been a hitter that comes up big at the worst time for us.
How frustrating was that ground rule double by count?
Yes, sometimes the bounces don't go your way. There's a lot of frustrating parts of this game, but none more so than the final score.
I know you've answered a lot about the Rangers and the Astros and what kind of separates, but it seems that 13 of those games have been decided by 2 or less runs. Is this just something kind of fluky, or what would you say?
No, they've finished the games, and we battled them. These are small margins and small increments that have not gone our way. So I don't have a lot to say about it. They beat us in close games. They beat us in a few blowouts. We've beat them along the way a few times. It's baseball. It happens. We've got to find a way to beat them tomorrow.